What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast. We talk about everything semen retention and no fap. If you stumbled across this video, it's no accident. I know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and desktops. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You're in the right place. If you already been rocking with your boy, man, you already know the love is real. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Guys, red pill equals slavery. Let me say that again. Red pill equals slavery. The red pill community is big, but this is not what semen retention is about. Semen retention is not about retaining your seed so you can have this negative disposition towards women to the point to where it changes who you are as a person, right? So if you get into a bad relationship and things go south, okay, if you get played by some women, right, if some girls played you, right, it's really your fault that you got played. We have to, as men, we have to take full responsibility for not being on our A game. We have to take full responsibility for not focusing on our dreams, goals, and ambitions. We don't want to put that blame on women. We don't want to put that blame on women because that's not what men do, right? We have to own up to the era that we had that allowed us to fall into that trap, being drawn away by your own lust, not focusing on yourself, giving all your attention to a woman, unnecessary attention. I just did a video about that. Guys, we have to stop with the whole idea of you treat a woman like crap in order to get her respect, in order to garner her love, in order to garner her affection, in order to get these certain things. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to go. When we start semen retention, we are starting semen retention to enhance and better ourselves as men. It has nothing to do with a get back, right? It's just we are attempting to change who we are internally so that the things on the outside no longer have the effects that it once did. So women no longer have the effects on us that they once did. Not that we don't like women. Not that, we're anti-women. Like, why would you want to be anti-women? You understand what I'm saying? Right? But the red pill culture is that you just go out and you just disrespect women. You discard women. You treat them like nothing. You don't put them on a pedestal. It's all of these different type of ideas rolled into one. So now you create this person who maybe you got played, maybe you got hurt, whatever the case may be. But now you're in this particular vein, this particular wave of thought that now what it actually does is it repels the good women. It repels the one girl who's going to be infatuated with you, because those women are out there. There's a woman out there who's going to love every and anything you do. She's going to respect you. She's going to grind with you. She's going to support your dreams. There are women out there like that. Every woman is not out there half naked, half dressed, living the hot girl summer. Don't let red pill culture change you, because whatever you allow to change you, that's your master still. I want you to understand something. If you get on the semen retention journey because you've had some bad experiences with women, we all have, right? And women have had bad experiences with men. That's just the way life goes. But if you get on semen retention for the purpose of building yourself up in order to discard these women because of the things that they may do to you. We're talking about new women now, right? You've allowed that person that you were last with to change who you were, to change who you are at the core. So you were a slave to that whole system before you came to semen retention. You were a slave to your lust. You were a slave to, and this is what you got to understand about the dynamic between men and women and this whole debacle we have going on in modern day. You are not necessarily a slave to women more so than you are a slave to lust. You will become a slave to a woman or a particular person if you allow the negative effects of that relationship or whatever happened to change who you are as a person. Your lust led you to this bad situation. Now this situation was really traumatizing for you. And now you're allowing that person who you were in this relationship with, this female, you're allowing her now to change the core of who you are. Before you met her, you were a nice guy. That's how you got her, right? You were a nice guy. Not that you were simping, but you were just being yourself, right? You were being a gentleman, right? You were just being a genuinely good person. But somewhere along the line, your lust started driving you and you started doing things and not acting like a man and being feminine and being worried and not being focused, not being able to handle a girlfriend or a wife, and also maintain your focus on what it is you have to do. You haven't been able to bridge the gap between those two things. And so now you've allowed this woman to change who you are. If a person can change who you are, that's your God. That's your slave master. That's who that person is for you. Never allow a woman, or anyone for that matter, to change the person you are. Unless you're going from bad to good, right? But if you're a genuinely good person, you're a kind-hearted person, you're an honorable man, you keep your word, whatever the case may be. If that's you, and then you allow this negative woman to come and turn you into a womanizer, now you're out here doing to other women what this woman has done to you. Now you're just like her, and she's your master because she's changed who you were. She changed the person that you were. You're no longer that person anymore. Guys, this red pill stuff is really toxic. It's toxic. You don't, you want to be able to be yourself, be a man, stand on your principles and get what it is you want without being some other, putting on this dark character in order to get women. It doesn't have to be like that, man. Everyone's not attracted to the same thing. Everyone doesn't want a quote unquote bad boy. Everyone doesn't want that. There's women out there. There's a lot of good women out there, man, that will love to support you, love to give you affection and do all the things that you want them to do without changing who you are. If you're going to have a successful relationship, you can't compromise who you are. You can't. Because if you compromise who you are, you've already lost. You have already lost, because at some point the real you is going to come out and there's going to be a conflict. You want to be yourself, right? And that's where the confidence comes into play. I'm confident enough in myself that I don't have to change because this person was doing X, Y, and Z. That's confidence. I don't have to change who I am and do all this different type of stuff just because this person didn't like me for whatever reason or whatever the case may be. Listen, man, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to allow that to turn me into a jerk, right? To turn me into the type of person that I wouldn't want my daughter to date, to turn me into the type of person my mother wouldn't be proud of, to turn me into the type of person I wouldn't want my sister to date, to turn me into the type of person I wouldn't want a girl's father to be like, nah, stay away from him. Don't allow these women to change you. Don't allow these women to turn you into womanizers. And because the only thing you're going to do is you're going to take these women through hurt and pain, because you're going to be playing this game that was played on you. And now you have a whole bunch of insecure people running around trying to get a leg up on each other, man. This is the cat and mouse game that we've been playing, especially since the advancement of technology. Guys, you have to be able to separate female nature, how women are, just psychologically. You have to be able to understand how women are psychologically and be able to deal with them without being a jerk, without being a womanizer, without being someone who's going to play with a female's emotions just for the sake of playing with these emotions and just living this whole life of, we don't love them hoes, right? Understand, like, that's just not what an honorable man is going to do. The Most High is not pleased with that. You got to understand that. God is not pleased with you taking women through the mud because you on this red pill type of vibe. You smashing and thrashing now because you don't got played, or you know what I mean? You sick and tired, you fed up, you done got played, whatever the case would be. Now you smashing and thrashing and tossing them to the side like it's nothing. But what's going to happen is, because you've been drawn away by your own lust and entice, guys end up falling into these traps of having babies with girls they never had any intentions of being with, catching diseases, losing their money, just putting themselves in very unfavorable situations. And all the good women out there that you could have had, but now you have all these other responsibilities and these other issues going on. Now you can't take advantage of that good woman. Now she doesn't really want to be with you because you have serious baggage. You have to really not allow your mind to become so warped because of one bad experience or multiple bad experiences. You just have to focus on yourself. Once you start working on yourself internally, you start following God, you start retaining, you're not giving your seed out no more. Now it's just about you. Now you're working on you. And as a result of you working on you, you are not going to do the same type of things that didn't lead to success in the first place, because you're going to be focused on your grind. You're going to be focused on your purpose. You're going to be focused on God. You're going to be focused on living and standing on your principles. And the woman will be attracted to that. And you'll be able to be your true, authentic self without being a womanizer, without being an abuser, right? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You just have to be secure in yourself, right? We're not out here trying to start a campaign to diss women. They got this thing going on now where they're doing a lot of man hating, right? But they're falling into the same trap, thinking every man's a bad man and this and that. It's just that both sides, men and women, have been scarred by one another. And society, social media, is giving out propaganda of how males are and how females are. And now there's a war going on between man and woman when these two energies are supposed to be in harmony. We're supposed to be in perfect harmony with the opposite sex. That's what it's supposed to be. Don't allow the red pill culture to manipulate you, because a lot of these red pill dudes, man, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's feminism. It's what it is. I ain't judging them, right? Because I've held that mind state as well. But what I'm saying is, after seeing the light and after understanding, like, man, semen retention is about me. I'm not putting no blame on a woman. She can't change me because of who she is, right? I take full responsibility for the man that I am, for the man that I want to be. I can't place that burden on a female. Like, how are you going to place who you're supposed to be and how you are? How are you going to place that burden on a female? How are you going to place that burden on a female, man? That's you giving your power away. You gave it away. Come on, bro. Let's not get confused. Understand female nature. Understand how women think and things of that nature, right? But understand it in the proper perspective, right? Like I said, it's not, reserving your attention unnecessarily. Like, we're not doing this just for the sake of doing it. We're not doing this to be manipulative. We're not doing this to get a leg up. We're just standing on our principles. We're focusing on us, and that's just how we're getting down. But we're not going to allow this woman or these women or this culture to change us. We just know that we have to get better. And how we do that is by retaining our seed, by focusing on God, by focusing on our goals, by building things, by conquering things. That's how we combat the culture in regards to males and females. Yeah, we know these women are out here doing all of this BS. We know that. We know it. But all the red pill guys, they're doing the same thing. The red pill guys are simping just as much as the simps. You say, how is that possible? It's easy. Because one, you've been changed by a particular individual to become the person you are. And two, you're on a rampage to get with as many women as you can as possible. And you're using that as a way to validate yourself, as a way to validate, to be like, yeah, see, you ain't with me, but I just knocked out 5 of them. Yeah, you ain't with me, but since we broke up, man, I done went through 10 chicks. You're using that to validate yourself. And we know that's not true validation. And you're putting other people at risk, and you're putting yourself at risk, and you're putting your future at risk, and you're putting your finances at risk. You're putting everything at risk in order to live this type of dark night, I'm a bad boy type of vibe, right? That's not confidence. That's not being a man. Being a man is, listen, man, I ain't got to be with the rah all the time. I don't have to be, but being a man is being confident in who I am, being confident in my principles. This is what I live by. This is what I die by. If you roll with that, then that's cool. If you don't, that's also cool, right? But this is what I'm doing. Whether you a male or you a female, if you vibing with me, this is what it is. We gonna do business, man to man. We gonna shake hands, or we not gonna do business, right? Or if you a female and you ain't vibing with what I got going on, it's okay. I understand. I ain't for everybody, right? You keep it moving. Don't allow these external things to take you off of your center. That's the key. Don't allow anything to take you off of your center. But the only way to do that, man, is to be rooted and grounded in developing yourself internally. And the biggest hindrance to being able to do that is keyboards, laptops, desktops desecrated with your seed. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, the warranty package does not cover that. Man, this is Hold My Nuts podcast. If you vibing with the content, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. Peace.